Hi guys, this is Sarah Elena. Thanks for joining me here at the channel. If this is your first video, I help people move to Costa Rica. So if you're moving, make sure to get down in that description below. Check out all the resources that I do have. Today's video, we are going to be talking about legally working here in Costa Rica. So what's legal, what's not legal, because this is a question that I get a lot when I'm speaking with others and that I also see a lot online. I see a lot of confusion around this online, so I do hope that this video can help educate you. And again, make sure to check out the things down there in the description. We have one-on-one services for helping you really through the entire process of your move. I have a do-it-yourself course for your kind of do-it-yourselfers who really kind of have most things covered but want our expert advice and connections. And lastly, our retreats. Our retreats are amazing in-person experiences that you absolutely have to join. It's really an incredible week, so learn more about it in the description. And let's get into the content. So what's legal here in Costa Rica? And so this is a question that I get a lot. So people will say, well, what jobs can I find in Costa Rica? That would have been me when I moved here almost 9 years ago on Facebook, and everyone would have been yelling at me about it. So don't feel bad if you don't know the answer to this. This is what I'm going to explain to you here. So legally, you cannot work in Costa Rica until you are a permanent resident. And that does take years to obtain, and you do have to be able to qualify for a residency category. If you want more information about residency, you can find other links down there in the description below that will explain the different categories to you. But it's important for you to know that you cannot legally work here in Costa Rica until you are a permanent resident. But hold on, don't leave just yet. Don't think that all your dreams are over, because there are legal ways to work here in the country before residency. So even as a tourist, or once you filed residency, maybe you're a temporary resident first before you get your permanent resident. So way number one that I do, it's kind of one of my top recommendations, and what a lot of people already do, and what Costa Rica really does encourage, is working online. So there was the digital nomad visa that came out. There's a whole visa for people that work online for Costa Rica, attracting these people who already work online. So sometimes in my conversations with others, they'll be already thinking about starting an online business, or maybe they already do work remotely and they are able to live in Costa Rica and maintain that remote work. So remote work is definitely one of my favorites to recommend because it is 100% legal here in the country. And if you're able to accomplish that, if you already have a remote job, great, you're good to go. If you're looking to get one, some of the challenges that I do see some people face is that, okay, they found a remote job in their home country, but they're not able to actually work outside of their home country. So make sure if you are looking, that you are looking for remote positions, that you are able to work outside of your home country. And another thing in the remote online world, actually check out this video that I did with Jeannie, because we talked about really getting into freelancing. So maybe if someone's having a hard time finding a job that will allow them to work outside of their country, you just got to create one for yourself. So definitely check out that video after this one, because it'll give you some information about, getting into that freelancing world. The next way that you can work legally here in Costa Rica, well, a lot of people do come and start their own businesses, or they will buy existing businesses. So that could be owning a restaurant, owning an Airbnb, owning an accommodation or an Airbnb or a property, a rental property, owning a hotel. I mean, we had some people own an ATV company. I mean, the options are kind of endless with that. So that is legal. If you come in as a tourist, or when you're on your temporary residency, before you get permanent residency, you can legally own a business here in Costa Rica, and you're legally allowed to profit off of that business. So you can make an income. You can generate an income off of that business. Now, what you can't do, so this is how I like to explain it to whenever I'm kind of explaining this concept. You can't come to Costa Rica, open up a hair salon, be in there doing the hair, be in there at the counter, the reception, ringing people up, and doing all that. What you can do is you could come and open up a hair salon, invest in the salon, or buy an existing one, hire the stylists, hire the receptionists. You can oversee, you can administer the business. Like I said, you can profit off of the business. That is legal. I like to use kind of the pizza shop idea too. You can't come, open up a pizza shop, be in there making the pizzas, ringing the people up, taking the orders, doing all those different things, but you can come, open up a pizza shop, hire the cooks, hire the cashier, hire whoever you need to run that business, and that is legal. And you can be there to administrate, to oversee the business, because obviously you are the business owner. You just can't be the only one in the business running the one-man show. So I hope that does help clear that up. Also, let's say in the case of a hotel or an Airbnb, you can of course manage some reservations and be involved in your business and profit off of it, but you're going to need to hire someone to clean, and you're going to need to hire other locals, people who are legal to work, to actually be employed and run the business. The last example could be, well, if you have a work permit. So I've had some people say, oh, well, I'll just get a work permit. What kind? Oh, I want to work in a restaurant. Can I get a work permit? No, not really. So work permits are difficult to obtain here in Costa Rica. They are not easy. You really, the company would have to sponsor you, and they really have to show that they could not find anyone else who is legal to work in the country to actually take that position. So work permits are not something that would be super easy to come by unless you are in a very, 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 very specialized field, or you have a company who is willing to sponsor you a work permit here in Costa Rica. Okay, well, I hope that this did help you understand, kind of answer the question that you might have had of, can you work in Costa Rica? What's legal? What's not legal? And if, that seems to be some of the bigger hangups that I do have, people are facing of, what am I going to do for work? So at least now you can online work, you can buy a business, you can start a business, and there are other ways for you to legally generate income, here in the country so that you can actually live. All right, well, thanks again for joining me in this video. If you want more information on moving to Costa Rica, you can find lots of it in this channel. I've been doing this for years. And remember, if you do need assistance, there's a link for you to book a call below. We can kind of talk through your whole situation and see, how we're able to help. And don't forget about the retreats. They're absolutely fun, amazing. You get to meet everyone in person, and it's a really good time. All right, well, I'll see you in the next video.